Well, for me, this says it all really, that in the 7 referees that that Africa will be sending to FIFA World Cup 2026, Jean Ndala, the Congolese official that did the AFCON final, the supposed best official in Africa, who gets given the AFCON final. Remember, Ndala gave Morocco a dodgy pen in the opener against Comoros and in the final against Senegal. Not going to FIFA World Cup 2026. How many times has Dr. Patrice Motsepe spoken about how Africa's refs are actually really good and that they're highly, trained and they have full-on integrity? He has not sent his best official, according to him, the man that did the AFCON final, the man that did the most watched AFCON final ever, Jean Ndala, can't even get in the top 7 going to the World Cup. In fact, even the guy that did the Morocco-Nigeria semi-final, the Ghanaian, he's not going either. Issa Sai, the Senegalese official that did Algeria-Nigeria, that was giving out yellow cards, more cards than a Christmas wish list, he's not going. That, to me, speaks volumes, because in this World Cup, it won't be Fauzi Electra picking who's refereeing each game. It's FIFA, and it is speaking absolute volumes now. This 7 are Africa's best 7, and that is a fact. And we're going to see some top-level officiating from Africa's top officials, just like we saw in that Ivory Coast 2023. The refereeing in that AFCON, when Desiree Doué's uncle was in charge of the refereeing. Some of the top officiating we've ever seen in African football. But the officiating in the last AFCON was diabolical because of what was going on behind the scenes. We're going to see the best of Africa's officiating once again. Omar Artan. Let's start with him, the Somali official. Now, in my opinion, he is the best ref in Africa right now. He should get the CAF Champions League final as well, to be honest. But the fact that Omar Artan didn't get a key game from the quarterfinals onwards, and remember, he's the top official, by the way, and he's very popular back home in Somalia. This guy didn't get a game from the quarterfinals onwards because of he was wearing the wrong clothing. It didn't feature the right sponsors. Absolute nonsense. They didn't want a good official on it. But well done, Omar Artan. Surely the first ever Somali official heading to a FIFA World Cup. What a moment for Somalia. What a moment for Omar Artan. It's thoroughly deserved. After being partially treated in that AFCON knockout stage for reasons beyond football, Omar Artan will now officiate on the world stage. Who's to say a Somali referee, because Somalia are of course not in the World Cup, Omar Artan could get the final. He could get the final. But Omar Artan of Somalia is heading to FIFA World Cup 2026. Mustafa Gorabal, a very, very top-level referee, an experienced official from Algeria. He is heading to the World Cup as well. Congratulations to him. Toma Bonjile of South Africa, who did Mali every 5 minutes at the AFCON, but still a top official, Toma Bonjile of South Africa. He is heading to the World Cup as well. It's what I like to see. Dahan Beida of Mauritania, another very, very good referee. He's going to the World Cup. Pierre Atcho, perhaps one of the more controversial but very, very strict officials, Pierre Atcho of Gabon. He is heading to FIFA World Cup 2026. Jalal Jayad of Morocco, again, a good official. He's heading to World Cup 2026. And Amin Mohamed of Egypt, he's a good ref as well. I think he did the Algeria-Congo game. He refereed it brilliantly. So Africa have sent their best 7 to the World Cup. I'm absolutely over the moon for Omar Artan. I'm glad Gorbal, Bonjile, Atcho, these are good refs for me. They're going. Obviously, the fact of who's not going, Jean and Ndala not going, is making CAF in this AFCON final an even more laughing stock. FIFA have not picked him, not in the top 2, not in the top 7. Jean and Ndala, who they keep saying had an amazing AFCON final, didn't even get in Africa's top 7, not in CAF's top 7. It speaks absolute volumes that his officiating is crap. And that is exactly why Jean Ndala will not be officiating, not even doing Curacao Ecuador. Won't get a game at FIFA World Cup 2026. It's a sigh. The same could be said for him. The man that did Algeria, Nigeria, he didn't give the penalty for that handball. Again, I'm not saying that if he gave the handball, I think it was Shaibi on Ajayi. If he gave the handball, it wouldn't have changed the result. I think even if Algeria scored a pen and go 1-0 up, probably still lose 3 or 4-1 to the Nigerians on the day. They were the better team. But a poor official who was booking our players every 5 minutes. What's the Ghanaian's guy that did the semi-final, Nigeria-Morocco? He gave the shocking yellow to Bassi when it was Diaz that dived. Finally, that AFCON semi from Ghana, Morocco-Nigeria, not on the plane to the World Cup. It speaks absolute volumes of the absolute stink fest of the refereeing. Remember what they were doing at the AFCON? They were picking the refs less than 24 hours before the game kicked off. Absolute madness. And Fauzi Lecter was hand-picking who he wanted and changing who he wants on games. It was a disgusting mess. The whole world can see it now. We were talking about it before everyone knew, by the way. I'm very happy for Omar Artan because he got really hard done by in the AFCON. What they did to Omar Artan was disgusting, the Somali official. I hope he gets at least a quarter-final. If he gets an England-France or a Brazil-England, goodness me, what an occasion for Omar Artan. He will be going and, like Acho, Jayed, Mohammed, all these guys, Bader, Gorbal, Abongile, Acho, like I said. I'm happy with all these guys. But yeah, what do you guys think of this refereeing list? I think it speaks absolute volumes about who's not going. It really does here. But let's hope African referees are going to change the narrative of what's happened in this AFCON, because African refereeing has got a very bad name at the moment, because after an amazing AFCON 2023 in Cote d'Ivoire, what's happened in Morocco has absolutely tarnished the level of refereeing in Africa to the point where people want foreign refs doing the next AFCON. That's how bad it is because of the fiddling from upstairs. But there we are. They are the 7 referees heading to the World Cup from Africa. Lots more content on the way. What do you think of these 7? We'll see you soon. And well done, Gorbal.